As a gaming enthusiast and a YouTuber, I am always on the hunt for new and interesting games that put a unique spin on a familiar tale or perspective, and I may have found that with a game called Deck of Haunts. Hey folks, my name is Pravus, and the game I'm going to show you today is a new demo available on Steam where you play as the haunted house on the hill, and you seek to kill and maim any who would dare to enter into your vicinity. It's a pretty interesting idea for a game, which is why I want to show it off today. So let's go ahead and jump straight into things. So this is the current layout of our haunted house, and if I may draw your attention, you will see a giant beating heart of darkness deep within. This is our essence, our lifeblood. Foolish humans will invade our presence and seek to discover our true nature, but we must slaughter them or otherwise drive them insane before they can reach the heart. To do this, we have been given several different cards to represent the powers of our haunted house, each of which does have an energy cost and does different things, and we currently have only 3 energy that we can spare per turn. Now already one foolish human has entered our abode. It is William, who has 7 health and 7 sanity. We could do damage to his health or drain his sanity over time using any combination of these cards. By itself, this wouldn't be extremely entertaining, but there are some modifiers you'll need to play around which make this game a lot more fun. For example, if I were to impose a chilling cold upon any occupied room, we will build up the tension of the moment, which we'll do now. And you'll see that this little diamond right here is representing a multiplier effect of any sanity impacts on William, because he's feeling really tense and afraid. So if I go for oikophobia right here, we could drain 2, but really we're going to go ahead and drain 4 of his sanity in one card, like so, because we increased the tension. I'll go ahead and do that again right now, and then we will end our turn and move on to our next hand. Now, at the end of every turn, the people who have entered the house will enter into one random adjacent room. In this case, there's a direct path to the heart, so the odds are pretty good that William was going to head in this direction anyway. He's not going to get any further, though, because we're going to drain the rest of his sanity away, and now he has gone mad. Thus, we shall consume his essence, and we move on to the next night. Now, essence is the resource that we will gain in order to continue developing our house. And I would like to point out there is an extra S over here for no reason. That's the true horror of this game. But some rooms do have an upkeep cost associated with them, and the larger we build the house, the more people we need to kill in more creative ways in order to continue getting more essence. Also, at the end of every night, you will be given the opportunity to pick a new card to add to your deck. And you can again see that some have different costs associated with them, and they all do different things. For example, I would like to take the Compel card. I can use this on any person in order to force them to go to a room of my choice. Could be pretty handy in the case when an enemy is getting very close to the heart. Now, during the day, this is our opportunity to build out the house in new and interesting ways. So, for example, if I wanted to place a bell tower, let's say right over here, I'd be able to connect it to both of these rooms, and now we have a whole new room that people could enter into. I do think it's important generally to put some extra rooms next to the opening area. That way they don't necessarily go into this room. Instead, maybe they have a different approach they'd like to take. We also can expand the size of existing rooms by placing similar rooms next to ones that already exist, like this one here, or the kitchen here. And size does matter in this game because large rooms will eventually be able to get some special modifiers, but we'll talk more about that later. Let's go ahead and end the building phase and move on to the next night. And oh look, 2 more foolish humans have entered our home. At the end of the day, our goal is to survive a certain number of nights. And in order to survive, you simply need to keep the humans away from the heart. Any humans that reach the heart can start doing damage to it, especially if you run into some, let's say, magic hunting humans, like stonemasons. So as long as you keep them away from this room, you've got some time, you can whittle them down. I'm going to go ahead and apply some tension to this room. Even though I don't have any draining effects, this will just carry on into the next turn, which seems pretty wise. And I'm going to pick a target to start raking apart. Let's say we do that to Kim over here. Be wary, though, you do not want to kill a human in the presence of anyone else, or in the path where they may walk. If they see a dead human, they will panic and they will attempt to leave the house. You do not want them to escape, or they will tell everyone that someone died in your residence. Weirdly enough, though, if people go insane and they just sit there babbling, they don't care. They'll just walk right by them. No one cares at all. Let's go ahead and end the turn. They all decided to move randomly into the bell tower. Now, the bell tower is fun because inside here we do have the ghost of a witch. She applies the Witch's Curse effect, which actually increases the tension bonus in a room. So this ×3 effect right here is actually pretty darn potent. Let's go ahead and use it on Chris. Now that does relieve some of the tension, though it is still kind of high, so we could apply a bit more, and maybe even a bit more, and now Chris has gone insane. Kim is not going to run away, though she probably should, but Chris is out for the count. We'll end the turn once again. Let's see where she ends up going, if anywhere at all. Nope, she chooses not to move. No problem. We'll just go ahead and rake her to death. And that finishes off the next round of humans. I consume their essence, though you can see that the bell tower does consume a little bit more. So we only gained 2 essence this night. Sorry, essence. Now we get to choose some new cards. Ooh, this could be interesting. We could create a trap card, affect a room, and it triggers every round, adds tension and drains on anyone who walks into the room. Seems pretty good. We could also place down a Gathering Miasma, which for the rest of the night increases the impact of all damage and drain cards by 1. Pretty good if you get this early on. I'm going to take the Hidden Corpse, though. I haven't tried this one. And now we can shop for some interesting new rooms, since I have plenty of essence to work with. Now, some rooms are going to be able to get some special modifiers, like this altar room, which upgrades a basic room that's at least 4 tiles large into a special room. In this case, I'll be able to increase my card draw. However, be aware that special rooms can be disabled by the humans if they walk into them. It takes them some time, though, so it's always worth trying to place these down. Let's go ahead and grab some bonuses to the guest rooms, maybe? A new kitchen? Sure, I'll spend my essence getting myself a couple points in the guest room here, not that it really matters. Move on into the build phase. And I'm intentionally going to place this over here and make this a 4-size room that I can then turn into an altar room instead. Again, providing a new path for people to get deviated further away from the heart, and also far enough away that hopefully we'll have the opportunity to make use of this room before anyone investigates it. You'll understand what I mean in just a bit. So let's go ahead and end this phase and move on into the next night. 2 more hapless souls. Fools! However, the game is going to start getting a little bit more difficult now. As people enter into the house, you may find that they have special traits. For example, John has equipped a doctor's bag. So every turn, he'll be able to heal somebody by 1 health. Not a big deal, but a little bit annoying. Let's go ahead and apply a bit of tension while everyone's in one room. And then I'm going to take Grace over here, and I'm going to move her to a different random room. Perfect. She popped up right next to the witch, which means she actually would take a lot of extra sanity damage. Probably worth spending the card on her. I was going to start raking her, but I guess this is going to have to be fine. Let's do that, and we'll just go ahead and rake the doctor, and that's fine. Can he heal himself? I actually don't know the answer to that, but because Grace was displaced, she actually loses her ability to move that turn, which is great. And no, it looks like he cannot heal himself. Well, that's certainly nice. In that case, I'd like to apply a bit of a trap on poor Grace over here. Let's apply a Hidden Corpse to this room, and then I'm going to compel her to move into this room and thus trigger the trap. Gaining some extra tension, I believe, and then, yep, instantly taking too much sanity, and she is down. Perfect. Let's go ahead and move on to the next turn. This is just kind of fun to me. It's a bizarre way to play a game, but it kind of feels a little bit like playing Betrayal on House on the Hill, except I am the villainous house. Kind of fun, right? Anyway. Do we keep doing more damage to John, or do I apply some more tension? I guess we could do that. Let's apply some tension. Let's go ahead and drain his sanity by 6, which is nice, but it's not enough to finish him off. I'm worried he might get to the heart. This is where I could use shifting hallways to force him to move to a random room. There is a 2 out of 3 chance, no, sorry, 3 out of 4 chance he does not head toward the heart if we do this. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead and apply a rake, and we're just going to move on and hope that he doesn't. Okay, he moved into this room. Perfect. This is an example where I can show you what the investigation looks like. So when an investigator enters into one of these special rooms, they enter into investigation phase. At the end of the turn, they will remove the special impact of this room. You either want to kill the person who is in this room or find another way to get them out of here by, let's say, using collapsing spaces to force all humans in the room to move somewhere else. Now, I haven't actually shown you the sacrifice that I can use here. We're going to finish him off this turn, but let me give you an example. I'll use Oikophobia over here, and we'll apply this to a sacrifice. What this does is it's going to increase my card draw per turn now. So that's obviously a pretty powerful effect. We don't need it right now, though. I'm just going to go ahead and finish him off. Let's go ahead and do some more of the Phantom Raking, and he is dead, which means we collect their essence. and move on, though I only got 1 essence this time because we have too many special rooms. Not a big deal, just, you know, it's a thing. Ooh, drain 5 on a single human in a room. Yeah, that would be pretty powerful with some tension effects. We could also make it so that anyone who walks into the bell tower, if we use the bell crush card, the bell just falls down and kills them, which is pretty funny. But no, I'll take the overpowering dread. In the right moments with enough tension, 2 cost to do up to, like, say, 5, 10, 15 drain, that's an instant kill. Very strong. There's nothing I can really afford to do as far as building out the house with this round of cards, though we could do a reroll here. You could spend some of your power to try and move rooms or even delete rooms as long as there is a path to get to the heart. So let's suppose that I wanted to move a room and I take, let's say, this guest room and move it over here so that at the very beginning of a round, there are more opportunities for people to kind of get stuck in the entryway rather than getting close to the heart. Sure, we'll do that. Seems reasonable enough. End the building phase and move along. 3 people are entering, but one of them is very special and especially dangerous. It's a stonemason. They are hunting for supernatural entities. They will make an immediate beeline towards your heart. They do not get distracted by other rooms. That means these people are your automatic targets. We need to take them down. What I will do for the moment is I will apply a hidden corpse in this room because I think it's very likely, in fact I think it's a guarantee, the stonemason will trigger the trap. And I probably will apply some phantom raking to him as well because he'll take a lot of sanity damage, but I still think it'll be easier to kill him rather than to drive him insane. So that's all we can do for the moment. That's fine. Look at these people getting stuck over here. Perfect. So actually, with this much tension, turns out the raking was unnecessary. We can use overpowering dread just to finish him off. Boom. And now, if these people go through here, well, they're not going to try to run away. Perfect. Let's go ahead and apply a little bit of extra tension. Move on to the next turn. They all go back to this room. All right. Hey, witch, move over here. She did exactly that. Good. That boosts up the impact of the tension even higher. Which means I could use overpowering dread again, this time on John with a 3 times multiplier just to finish him off. Unfortunately, I can't use overpowering dread if everyone's in here, but what I could do is say, hi, Henry, I need you to go to a different random room. Okay, got teleported right next to the heart. That's not what I call ideal, but okay. Let's use overpowering dread on John because this is an instant kill like so. And then I'd like to start doing some phantom raking against Henry because it'll be easier to kill him than to drive him insane. Please don't go towards the heart. Oh wait, he can't because I teleported him. Right, perfect. Now we could compel him to go to a different room if I was worried about it, which I am. So we're just going to go ahead and move you over here, and then we're going to go ahead and apply some more phantom raking. 1 more will do the job, which we did not get. Of course we didn't. All right, let's go ahead and sacrifice a card. And I don't know what to do with him. I guess we'll just apply some overpowering dread for the heck of it. There's my raking. Actually, he's really close to going insane as well. I don't believe there are any special bonuses if you drive everyone insane or kill everyone or whatever. It doesn't seem to matter what the outcome is as long as we get to drain their essence. Now, what other cards do we want to add here? Engulf and Flames deal 3 damage, but discard 2 cards. Oh, does this work for everyone in a room? Could do pinpricks, deal 1 damage to a random human, and it costs more, goes back to my hand. Sure, more compulsion could be useful. I'm going to take the Engulf and Flames card because it sounds like fun. I don't know if it's the right call, but it's what I'm going with. I'll take 1 kitchen card here, and then I'm going to skip the rest of this. And we'll place this, let's say, over here. It's going to be a small extra parlor, but it is technically 1 more room that people could get stuck in. Move on to the next night. Once again, 3 people. No stonemasons this time around, though, but I imagine everyone has traits. Yep, soothing. At the end of the turn, lose tension. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit harder to build up tension on people. Every time this person gets tension, though, others in the same room with less or equal sanity also gain tension. Interesting. So if we were to burn down the sanity of Nancy and Travis, we could start stacking up tension on Kim as long as she's in the same room, and everyone would start to panic. That's a thought. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and start doing something similar. Let's apply something here to Travis. I'm going to test out Engulfed in Flames. Yeah, we discard a couple cards, but I don't really mind. Let's see if this does damage to everyone. I have to select 2 cards to get rid of. We'll get rid of those. That's fine. Sure enough, it did damage to everyone. That makes my life a little easier, right? Let's go ahead and sacrifice a card just so we can boost up my card draw every turn and have more options. There we go. They all scatter. All right, where's the witch going to go? Right in here. So tension's pretty high over here right now, though the soothing is going to take care of that pretty quickly, so that's unfortunate. Even so, if I were still to apply, let's say, some chilling cold here, get this up to ×3, and then use overpowering dread, we could finish off Pravus right now, right? No, has to be a solo human. Darn! All right, well, we'll go ahead and apply a little bit of drain on Nancy. Again, just getting them into realm where if I need to, I can use Kim to make everyone else easier to take down. Speaking of Kim, let's go ahead and reduce her health a bit more. Okay, she's going into this room to investigate. I'm probably not going to have an opportunity to use her if I'm honest, but okay. We could compel her out of this. What I'm going to do is apply the hidden corpse trap here, since I think everyone will have to walk through this room at some point. And we could compel her out of here so I don't lose my card draw, and I'm going to. Let's go trigger the trap. Boom. Boom. All right, that is going to reduce her sanity substantially. It kind of reduces the ability to make use of Panicky, but I think it's fine. I don't want to lose the card draw. It's pretty important to me. So she's about to go down. Could apply some more chilling cold. Well, let's finish off Kim first. Let's get Pravus down a bit. If I had a room where I could sacrifice a card to get more action points, this would actually be a very good time for it, but I do not. It's probably fine. I just don't see a point in really applying any tension right now. So let's just go ahead and try to split these guys up. That's right, walk into the trap area. That's fine. I don't want them applying soothing to each other. That's what they would do. Gonna apply a bit of extra damage here to Pravus. We are going to then compel Pravus to go elsewhere. His sanity is looking pretty bad right now. We could actually just finish him off. I'm not worried about him. We'll have an opportunity to do it later. Let's just go ahead and finish it off. Why even worry about it? It's fine. So now it should be very easy to finish Nancy off. We do a chilling cold, we do overpowering dread, and she's down. Perfect. That is 3 more essence for me. Let's see. Propagating nightmares. Add a random phobia to your hand. That could be pretty fun. Or, if there's somebody on their own, do a lot of damage and draw a card. That is a lot of damage for only 1. But this sounds like the more fun option. I don't know what that does. We'll find out. We can get another altar room. It's not really what I had in mind, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm going to do a quick re-roll. We get a sacrificial room. There we go. Upgrade a 4-tiled room so I can sacrifice a card to get more action points. Now that makes sense to me. We'll apply it up over here, again, further away from where I'm hoping people are going to walk so it doesn't get investigated. But investigations aren't necessarily a bad thing for me, because that means that someone will get stuck in this room for at least 1 more turn, which gives me more opportunities to respond before they get to the heart. 4 people enter into our house now. Get out! Let's apply a good trap here, since again, people will go through this room, and we'll apply some tension to everyone. 1 character, well, other explorers in the room, huh? So will this even do me anything? Let's just try it anyway. Apply some tension. Does everyone lose tension? Or just the people in the room wherever Henry goes? Yeah, anyone in the room wherever Henry went lost some tension. Boo. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of sanity loss here to John, because this should finish him off, so that takes care of 1 person. And then we'll just start applying a bit of damage to Henry, I guess, since he has the lowest health and pretty high sanity, so it'll be a little bit harder to whittle him down. Everyone's going to the same room again, huh? Okay, that's fine. What's this going to do? Add a random phobia. Any human, drain 1. It's not a lot, but okay. Yeah, and that takes up 1 of the tension stacks, so that's not very good, if I'm honest. Well, let's just go ahead and apply a bit more damage. The doctor's bag is going to make it harder and harder for me to deal with Henry. That's the real problem. But it's fine. Eventually they'll split up. Right now, they've all learned. They've watched too many movies. They know you never split up in a haunted house. I'd engulf you all in flames, and I think I will. Boom! Let's go ahead and discard both of these cards. That's fine. Didn't kill Henry. That was the most important thing. If we had killed Henry, then everyone would have panicked, and that would have been a problem. I need to get them further into the house first. Really, though? You're all traveling together. What are you doing? Okay, we can fix this, probably. Let's get Sue in here so that she freaks out. There's a lot of tension buildup with the witch here. That works. And then we can make her go insane. And then we can apply some more tension, and even though it won't apply to Henry II, it will apply to Henry I. Sure, fine. And everyone go into this room. Perfect. That's going to give you massive sanity loss. You lose the game. Fools, you should never have entered into this house. And that is another night down. 4 more essence for me. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Gathering Miasma now. On the rare chance we do have some extra action points, yeah, this could be pretty impactful. Ah, another phobia room too. Okay. Drains 2 whenever people enter into the room as long as it's not fully investigated. Sure, that's kind of what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and place that right here. Now we have a scary room. So in order to progress to the heart, the people are going to have to stop and investigate at least twice. I think this is solid. Very solid. All right, 4 more fools to kill. And I don't really have many cards I want to play here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Shifting Hallways, get some card draw. Nobody here has a doctor's bag, so Engulf in Flames is actually completely fine right now. And then we can apply a rake to whoever has the highest sanity. I guess that'll be you, Nancy. Perfect. Not a bad first turn. All right, let's see what happens next. People are moving into the witch's area. Yes, you've awakened the witch. Alas, she moved elsewhere to the worst possible route. Well, thank you for that. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I am going to play the Gathering Miasma to boost up the effect of all of these cards now. Let's recycle Overpowering Dread to get myself some more action points. Let's use our Phobia. We get Tension for 1 human only. Okay. In that case, I apply it to you because it gets triple impact. We'll do 9 sanity damage to you. Not bad. And then a bit of extra damage to Nancy. And I guess I should try to split these guys up a little bit, right? Yeah. Let's take... I don't know. You, I guess, Dwayne, and move you back into a different room. Okay, hopefully this makes it easier. They're going to walk into this room, which means they're going to take some sanity drain, though they are now investigating the room. Can fix that somewhat if we do some collapsing spaces. And I will, because I want to see if Nancy moves elsewhere so I can get her isolated and kill her this turn. And the answer is yes. Okay, let's go ahead and finish her off, so that's dealt with. Don't think I can save this room, but we'll apply a bit of tension. He can't soothe himself, I don't think. So this makes it easier to finish him later. I'm going to use more Gathering Miasma, because with the Witch's Curse on John, I should be able to finish him off. It's not going to save this room, but it's okay. Let's see what else we get for phobias. Drain 3. Wow, not bad. In that case, I don't know what William is going to do. He might run into a room with a dead body. So let's apply some tension to you, and then a lot more phobia, so he's easy to take down if he does start to make a run for it, and he is about to spot the body. So we only have a few turns to figure him out now, okay? Honestly, if I place a hidden corpse in this room, I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed to die on his way out, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. Let's instead do a lot of damage here to Dwayne, and next turn I should easily be able to finish everyone off, I think. Sure enough, you are going down, and now this actually does drain 4, so it's actually great. This is why I like the building up miasma. Makes all of these cards so much more impactful. Okay, what else would make sense here? Make a human skip their next turn? Yeah, not bad. Drain thrice. No, I'll take the false lead. Seems pretty decent. And we'll renovate the kitchens over here or something. Not that it makes a huge difference, but if we wanted to apply another curse into the room, we could do that. Let's move on to the final night of the demo. 5 enemies, 2 of which are stonemasons and will be moving towards me immediately. That's a problem. We need to place down a hidden corpse, for sure. And I need to do a few things here. We have 1 doctor. Yeah, these stonemasons can't easily be panicked. I need to do a lot of damage to them. Okay. Let's try a few things. We're going to sacrifice a card to get some action points. And then I'm going to engulf in flames while everyone's here, doing a lot of free damage. And I've lost both my other cards, but that's okay. Then people walk into this room where they'll take damage from the body as well as some sanity loss in general. I would like to have a bit of extra card draw. That could be useful. But what I think I really want to do is try to prevent these stonemasons from getting to me quickly. So let's try doing a shifting hallway, force everyone out of this room. Hopefully some of the masons go back. At least 1 did. This person's still investigating, which I don't appreciate. So I'm going to try teleporting you to a random different room. There we go. So we keep this a bit longer. Good. And now I need to find out how to deal with this mason, who is not going to take much sanity damage at all, but I've got to start burning him down, right? Yeah, I think so. Even though I do not like this, I think we have no choice. Let's just try to burn him down, make it a little easier if I can find a way to deal with him. Everyone moves forward. The trap should trigger again. That's a lot of sanity loss, thank you. No way of compelling this stonemason back, though. See, it would have been really nice to have gotten that card draw so that I could have compelled him to go back by a room. I did not manage to do that. Yeah. What would be better for me? Drain him by 5? Probably not. I could do 4 damage to him if I do the raking. And I guess I could do that, or I could do 3 damage, but with Gathering Miasma, it's a little bit easier to finish him off. But then I'd have to have 4 damage, and I'm not sure I'm going to get that. So I think we have to use both of our raking here, and we could try to apply a little extra tension. Don't know if it's going to be much. Okay, so now we have a stonemason in the heart room, which means we have taken a damage. Don't like that. I'm going to have to engulf you in flames, even at the cost of 2 of my energy, which sucks. Discard both of these cards here. Apply a false lead onto the stonemason so he loses his turn. And it says 4 turns remaining for somebody to flee. I don't see how that's true. I think everyone else just went insane because they stayed in this room for too long, which is hilarious. So I should be able to finish you off now, and that takes care of the last of them. There we go. We win. 5 more essence gained. But alas, this is the end of the demo. You can imagine how cool this will be if you have a lot of different room variety, lots of different phobias or curses or altars. I've seen quite a lot of cards that didn't even show up in this particular run, by the way, which could be pretty darn powerful. Yeah, I don't know. It literally is like playing Betrayal at House on the Hill, a very fun board game, but instead of being one of the investigators, you're the house that's trying to kill everyone. I think that's why it's a very interesting idea for a game. Deck of Haunts is scheduled to release in Q1 of 2025, though I don't think there's been a specific date since then, so if you guys want to try out the demo for yourself, or just learn more about the game, you can find a link in the description down below. Otherwise, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.